Hi everyone. In the previous video that we just did, it took a while to get our 5 stems sewn on and our lupin in the distance. Now I'm going to show you how to do the more elaborate lupin. We are going to use 3 colors of thread, and we're going to start on the stem near the bottom, and we're going to turn our work upside down because we are going to be starting a line of, we're going to do about three on this one, 3 detached chains, and I'm going to start in the center, and I'm just catching my wool. I refer you to my previous video. So I have layered my wool on. So we're making a detached chain, and I'll explain how I did this stitch in case I did it too fast there. So to do a detached chain, I'm doing 3 in a row to do a lupin on this first bottom of the flower. I come up and I position my thread in a loop like this. I go down in the same thread where my thread is coming out of, and I am going out about 1/8 of an inch and pulling the thread to have that nice little loop. And on the outside of the loop, I'm going to anchor it down and pull. I'm going to do the same on this side because I'm working on this stem and I want 3 at the bottom. So I'm going to have 1 over here. So there's kind of 3 in a row. Make that little arc of your thread go down where your thread came out and through, make a little loop and anchor it down. So I'm going to do, let's do another row of 3. So let's go in the center, make a loop. And I am coming out at the base of that other detached chain. And I'm going to go down and catch my loop. And it's a little offside or off kilter, so I'm going to pull it. Sometimes you just have to adjust your thread. Okay, and the next one beside it. And yeah, I'm going to make it a little loop, position that little loop, go down in the same thread. I'm only catching my first layer of fabric that I'm sewing onto, my wool, and I'm coming up at the base of the last row of lupins, and I'm going to tack it down. Now I'm going to make the 3rd one. And you see when I work, I just roll it up kind of in a roll, pull my thread, make that loop, go down and close to the other lupin bud or petal and go down. So we have 3. Now I am going to go with the, let's do 2 of these. Let's do two more dark corals. Make a loop. So I did a row of 3, 3. Now I'm going to do a row of 2 of the dark coral. And I'm going to go in between and down. We're going to form these a little differently in the larger one. So I did a distance lupin, a closer up view of the lupin, and then our larger main lupin will have other colonial knots in there as well. So up at the base of that other petal and down. And again, this is just how I make these. There, love that. Okay, I'm going to anchor this and change threads. We are going to use, our flower is going to have 3 shades. So I'm going to go with a lighter shade. I'm going to move this to the back. And I just drag my thread underneath so I can cut close to the fabric. And this is finished for me. And do I have any more? What is this? How many strands do I have here? I like to use 3. Yes, there's 3 here. And again, you get a little bit closer, thread your needle, and let's make that quilter's knot and hold on to about 1/2 inch. 1, 2, 3, squeeze and pull. And then you get that nice knot at the end. And see, this is what our lupin is going to look like. So we have, oh, what am I doing? That's for the next time. We're changing colors. We are using this lighter one, lighter coral. 1, 2, 3, pinch and pull, and here's a nice knot. Okay, so again, it's our lupin is going to go to this left, and that's why I like my stem stitch. It gives me an area to follow. So I'm going to do 3 petals, I guess it is, 3 petals across. Make that arch and pull and anchor. I'm going to go next to it on the other side of this green stem. Make the arch, go in the same hole, and close to the flower that I'm creating. And down. Okay, I gotta loop this up. I can't hold it properly. I need to feel my thread, as you know. And okay, this is going to be a long, skinny one. Since I went 3, 3, 2, 2, I'm going to be going 2, 2. So let's do another row of 2. Just have to see if I had extra thread. And go down the same hole, up at the base, make my loop, and anchor. And on the other side, make my loop, go down the same hole, make my little flower petal and anchor. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's pull out your needle. See, I went into this knot and I'm pulling it for some reason. That's why I like to feel my thread. And I noticed my flower is wonky. Wow. Oh, that's because of this silly one. It was pulled. So I have to go back and remake this because I pulled this guy way out of shape. Okay, let's hold him up. See, that guy's pulled way out of shape. He's non-existent. So let's go back and remake this guy. Remake that one petal. Okay, I'm going to position it on the outside of that. There we go. So it's kind of lining up with that darker coral. That looks good. And continuing here, so I'm just going to, here, I'm going to go up higher. And it's just a matter of adjusting where you want these to go. And on the other side of that green line, make an arch. Okay, I'm not holding this properly. If it doesn't feel right in your hand, you have to adjust. Okay, and down. I'm running low on thread here, so I want to make one in the middle. There we are. Oh, I like the way that looks. Okay, I need more thread. I need longer thread, so I'm going to get more longer thread. Oh, you little, look at that, came out. Oh, you little. Okay, now we're gonna pull them through. And that's my other thread that I pulled right out and we fixed. And some more of the light colored embroidery floss. Oh, here's some. Is that 3? Yes, it is. So your 18 inches of thread doesn't go very far. You have to have several waiting. 1, 2, 3. Maybe that's 4 and pull. Okay, I really like how that's looking. The distance, closer, and then we're going to have a really larger one here. Okay, so we're going to continue working with this. Couple more threads, so let's go up, make a loop, down the same hole, and on one side of that center, and down. Now we're going to go on the other side of this green, make a loop, down the same hole, and make our detached chain and anchor. Okay, I can go with a lighter color now. Am I going to go with that yellow on the top? White? Let's go with a white maybe. So let's anchor this, or not white, it'll be ecru. Put this away and let's find that ecru thread. Knot of 1/2 inch, 1, 2, 3, and pinch and pull. Okay, so we are going to have some white, or ecru actually. So let's turn it around and we're going to continue working with those detached chains. So I'm going to go right down the center of these 3, so down the same one. And anchor it. My finger's holding that knot at the back so I don't sew into it like I did last time. Make a little arc down this where that thread is coming up. Make our detached chain and anchor. And continuing up. In this larger one that we're going to make, I'm going to add some colonial knots to it, and it'll look even different. So same flower in coordinating colors, sewn, stitched just a little differently. That gives you cohesiveness in your sewing, your stitching. God, I love how that looks. It looks so pretty. I'm going to do one down the center now. Make that loop and anchor it. And let's take along that same side, and we're going to go to the other side. So this flower is going to the side. And he's going to go on this side. Oh, youchie, boy, that hurt. I always prick myself with pins or needles. Okay, I'm going to go to the left of that and down. And at the top, not quite to the top, and I'm going to go on the right side, close to the stem. Down, and oh, I knew that would come out. Flatten it, and we're going to make a colonial knot at the top. Let's pull him through, and we're going to pull that out. Okay, I love the way that lupin looks. I think it's gorgeous. So a colonial knot, I'm going to hold my thread, and you can see how I make an arc. I'm going to hit the arc, hold my thread, and go around the needle and into the tip, and I pull it tight here. Oh, I love that. I'm going to make a little one at the top of this guy in the distance too, because I just want to. So I'm going to make a knot at the back. And I have to come out at the top, so there's a fair distance. I could go on the outside like I did there, but I'm going to just go under, and I can hide my thread so it doesn't catch. So let's make a little colonial knot on the tip of this one in the distance. And again, you make your loop. You make a little loop. And with your needle, you hit the thread from underneath. I hold it, go around, and close and pull. And we pull it tight, and there we have it. I'll show you it in a second after I secure it. Oh, this thread is too little. Okay, and let's see what we have. Very, very nice. Okay, we have this lupin in the distance. This one's closer, and we need to put some of the greenery around this guy. So let's go and get this thread, and we hold it 1/2 inch, and 1, 2, 3 pinch and pull. And let's make some of those, still the same type of detached chain stitches. I'm going to come up in between those 3 and do 3 here. That's 1. close to here because he's going to go up, down. So we're making leaves. Oops, how come that looks like he's so far away? Let's just bring him up this way because my wool has these threads that form the wool and they're very thick. So make a loop, go down the same hole, make your little detached chain and anchor it. Okay, so let's go in the center of these and I'm going to angle them. My loop and this way. And down. Up the same one. And out this way. Perfect. And down. Then we'll have a look and see what it looks like. Okay, well, I like the way that looks. Do I want one more? Yeah, let's make one more. Okay, my battery says low, so I'm going to have to finish off here and charge, and I'll come back with another video. And we'll continue. So this, we've made the one lupin on this video. I'll be back after I plug my iPhone in. See you soon.